So here we go. Happy Halloween to everyone, and it's actually going to be a bit of a scary video because I'm going to be working on an Audi A6, which is terrifying. I'm not looking forward to it. Now some of you will be thinking, well, why are you so worried about it? Mainly because I've spent the last year and a half or 2 years working pretty much exclusively on 1980s Volvos, which, for those of you that know about 1980s Volvos, you'll know how easy they are to work on. It couldn't be easier. So actually working on something modern, I'm a little bit worried about, to be honest. I've had a brief look at the car already, and yeah, it's not looking good. I don't know where you're supposed to put your hands to do anything and how you're supposed to figure out any of the mess under the bonnet, but we'll get to that shortly. What I wanted to do was just give you guys a quick update for those of you that are regular watchers to the channel. So you guys know that I've just moved from Germany to the UK, and I've brought my 2 Volvos with me, so I need to get them registered here in this country. I need to get UK license plates on them, get them registered, get papers for them, get them all sorted, get them through an inspection, or an MOT as it's called here. So I've actually started that process. I will do a full video at some point on the whole procedure, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. So I've begun the process. I've actually contacted HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, or maybe it's His Majesty's Revenue and Customs now, and I've just got to wait for them to respond to me. I've given them the vehicle details, I've given them all the basic information, notified them that the vehicles are here and that I want to import them, and now I just have to wait for them to get back to me. So here we go then, Audi A6. I'm actually locked in. I'm already locked in. Where's the key? So what it was, he actually told me that the handle doesn't work from the inside, so I already knew that. That was my fault, I just completely forgot about it. To open from the outside and then push down, and then it shuts properly. So, Audi A6, why am I working on an Audi A6? Why am I doing, it's not just for a frightening Halloween scary video. It's in the family, that's why it looks weird in the back. It looks like we're about to get rid of a body. It's a works vehicle, so yeah, it's heavily depended upon and it needs work, it needs attention. Yes, it works from the outside, no problem. It doesn't shut properly. So you have to push down, no, or push some way, just somehow on the door, and gently, then it does close. If you try and slam it normally, it just won't close. Yeah, I mean, I would have said it's out of line, but to be honest, the shut lines look really good. This all looks fine. The door's not loose. You can't move it up and down. So it's not loose here or anything like that. I think it's probably going to be this, because these are notorious to fail on these cars. So, and it doesn't work. That handle doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a dog, but it was a £500 car, and it was a bit of a sort of, a previous car was in an accident, needed a cheap run around to work with, and actually pretty good price for quite a lot of car as well. The A6, it is a nice car. I think it looks quite good, really. Not as good as like that, for example, but still quite good. But it is tired. There's a lot of bubbling on these wings. Yeah, major oil leak. Well, it's quite bad. So that one's looking at. Yeah, this is probably the worst arch. It's not got that long left, has it, before it really starts to crumble away. and get sharp and turn into a inspection fail. Quite a lot of bubbling. Yeah, bit rough, isn't it? Yeah, it's, you know, some scratches and things like that, but it's okay, you know, as a run around, as a cheap car. What else have we got? Now, there's a hesitation. I can't show you because you don't see it, you only feel it. The 1.9 diesel is supposed to be the one, isn't it? So, it's a good engine. But yeah, being a diesel, I've decided to put a fuel filter on it before doing anything else. Nice and cheap. I don't know about easy, but certainly cheap. It was £15 plus the VAT. They do get water in them, so that could be our issue. Sometimes hesitation in a diesel, it can be the fuel filter. So I'm not going to fire the parts cannon at the car, but we've got no warning lights on the dash. I haven't got any tools to scan the car because, again, I just work on 80s Volvos. I've got no scan tools or anything like that. We've got no lights on the dash. And yeah, there's just a hesitation. So I'm thinking, do you know what? We've got no service history for the car. We don't know how old the fuel filter is. Let's bang a fuel filter on it. And hopefully that solves our problem before we get too carried away. So yeah, those are the main things I want to do at the moment. If we can sort the hesitation out and we know it's definitely not the transmission or something bigger, then we can go further with the car. I'm going to change the oil on it at some point. We'll sort this door latch out. And yeah, we'll just continue on. I will check the oil now though, just to make sure that the level's where it needs to be. Yes, the coolant looks good. Happy with that. Brake fluid's good. But yeah, the oil I'm worried about because it's... How does this work? Yeah, we're not off to a good start, are we? If this is the shape of things to come. It looks like I've worked on it before. Okay, so in light of that, obviously this is going to have to come off now to figure out what's going on down in there. And this fuel filter, I don't even know where it is. How do you work here? How do you do stuff? Yeah, so today I'm having turkey slices, lettuce, mayonnaise and 5W30 fully synthetic. So down in there we've got what's left of the dipstick tube. It's all breaking apart, so yeah, I'm going to try and get that out without getting too many bits in the engine. And then we'll see. Yeah, that was a bit scary because I thought I'm going to drop a load of plastic into the engine. Not good. That was the part inside, I believe. Luckily it's all come out, but it's... So why do you think that was a good idea? £3. Happy days. Yeah, it feels very flimsy. Bit concerning, you could easily just snap it. Well, there's oil in it at least. So, fuel filter. Bit of silicone spray to hopefully ease these clamps off. I think actually I can leave those on, it's just these two that need to come off. is this just pulls out this pin and this lifts out. There's so much sharp plastic on these cars as well. I'm just getting cut up instantly, just cut like from so much sharp stuff. So it doesn't need to be all the way, it just needs to be loose so we can lift this puppy out. Spill diesel everywhere. And there we go. So what you can do is drain. You can drain the filters instead of just replace them at intervals in between replacing. You can drain them from the bottom and that lets the water out the bottom. So we've got the old Marley connect filter, so looks good. Some O-rings as well. And then the coloured one. Sits at the top, I think. We'll find out if it sprays diesel everywhere. And there we go. Drop this in. At least with diesel, if it sprays all over the engine, it's not going to catch fire. Of course, it's not until I put the last clip on that I realised I should have primed the filter. I should have filled that can with diesel. Should be okay. I think if either way, it's going to need bleeding up if it needs bleeding up. If it's a high pressure pump, it should prime it itself, so it should be fine. It shouldn't. Priming the filter can help if it is a system that you've got to bleed through manually. I think on some cars you can get away with it if you prime the filter up to the brim first, put everything back on, especially if there's enough fuel still in the lines. That little bit of air that could be there clears itself out. From a totally dry system, that's when you can have a problem. But as I say, on these, I'm pretty sure high pressure pump is going to pull a load of diesel through. We're just going to have to cycle the key a bunch of times. I don't actually have any diesel here with me in a can, and the nearest petrol station is about 3 miles away, so not really doable anyway. So yeah, hopefully the car will sort itself out. Let's see. If it's not going to work, it'll run for a little bit, then turn off, and then we'll have airlock. But hopefully it keeps running and sorts itself out. Yeah, that's one of the other problems with it as well. The environmentalists out there are not happy with me at the moment. So here we go then, let's see if there is actually water in this filter. I hope there is. No, doesn't look like it. You'd see little droplets on the bottom, separate from the diesel. So let's see then, let's take it for a rip and see if there's any difference. Makes a lot of noises, definitely needs a fair bit of attention. That sounded weird. That was weird. I don't know. Scary. It just has a lot of noises, a lot of clunks and rattles. Boost's nice though. Pulls well. Oh! No, it's not that much. Well, it feels like that much after a Volvo. Non-turbo Volvo. Well, even a turbo Volvo. One that hasn't had the boost turned up anyway. Oh, you just did it then. You're off the gas for a little bit, and then you give it light throttle and it like stumbles. Yeah, it hesitated then when I gave it the beans. It hesitated for a moment. Squeaky brakes. The pads and discs are okay thickness though, so someone's been off there already. It does pull very well and it doesn't smoke once it's got started. It's just that oil on startup. So probably leaky valve stem seals or something like that. I don't know why someone's just pulled up behind me and then just started to walk into the bush. Bit weird. Must have needed a tinkle. But it drives a Volvo though. It must be alright. So yeah, anyway, there we go. That's that. A little bit of a tinkering video, a little bit of a random video, but I thought it's better to upload a video on an Audi than no video at all. Yeah, and I just wanted to give you guys the update on the Volvos, what's going on with those, the whole import stuff, and yeah, that we've got a video coming on that soon as it gets sorted. So yeah, I don't know what the next video will be, but in any case, happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon.